Hi, this is John Oates, and today we are recording a session for the L.R. Baggs handcrafted video series.
Here am I, Lord, send me.
For me, recent is like the last hour. I just finished playing in an amazing room on Printers Alley in Nashville, which was really cool. What started me on guitar was me hating to play the accordion. When I grew up in a little town in Pennsylvania, the only music teacher in that town was an accordion teacher. So when I was about 5, my mom took me to this guy, and he taught kind of German, Pennsylvania Dutch oompa music, you know. After about 3 or 4 lessons, the teacher went, "You don't practice, do you?" I said, "No." I said, "I really don't want to do this." And so my mother really said to me, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I want to play guitar." And finally, my parents said, "Well, if you really want to play guitar, we better get a guitar you can play." So we got a little Sears and Roebuck guitar, which I still have, and I went to another music teacher in a different town, and she was an old, here again, Pennsylvania Dutch lady, and first thing my mom said was, "He's left-handed." And she said, "Oh, that won't matter," because she didn't want to deal with restringing a guitar and turning it upside down and everything. So I play guitar right-handed, even though I'm left-handed. So I don't know what that means, whether I would have been a better guitarist or not, but I'm too far gone. So I'm a right-handed guitar player in a left-handed world, or a left-handed guitar player in a right-handed world. I don't know.
Love forever, you will tell his love.
I love acoustic guitars, I love electric guitars. You know, I play both, and I love playing both, and I love switching between the two. I've got some great electric guitars. I've got a 58 Strat that I bought from a drug dealer in New York in 1971 and for $150, and I still play it to this day. And it's an amazing, magical guitar. And I've got this new Martin that I play now that I had custom made at the Martin shop, which was very exciting and scary, because when you invest a lot of time and energy and money into making a custom guitar and you wait for 9 months for it to come, you really have your fingers crossed that when you get it, it actually sounds good, because it's, you know, it's wood and glue and craftsmanship, and you never know. Some of them are great and some of them aren't. This one happens to be amazing. This is the custom Martin that I just had made. It's about 2 years old. I visited the Martin factory and I went through their wonderful museum. If you've never been to Nazareth, Pennsylvania, go to the Martin Museum. Believe me, it'll be worth it. I saw a sunburst Martin that was it was similar to a model they made in the 1930s. And it was a 0018. So I really like the color. I like that particular sunburst, and that is this sunburst. But then of course I had to, come up with some wrinkles, and one of the wrinkles was to ask them if they could make it a ½ an inch deeper. So the guitar is a ½ an inch deeper than the normal 18 series. So it's got a little bit more bottom end, a little bit more oomph in the lower mids, which I like because I play a lot of thumpy bass with my thumb, and I like that kind of. I like the sound of a bigger box, but I didn't want a bigger box because I like the comfort of having my arm over a smaller size, physically smaller box. So I thought if we made it a little bit deeper, I would get the best of all worlds, and it came out amazing. They put the classic old herringbone inlay in it. And then I asked them to do my logo, which is the Good Road to Follow logo, which is the circle and the arrow, which is an old hobo logo that I've adopted for Good Road to Follow. The hobos used to put it in the ground, and they draw it on a piece of cardboard or draw it with a stick in the dirt, and it would show which way to go. And so it's a circle with a compass and an arrow. And they put that in an abalone in the neck. Just in general, it's just a beautiful piece of work. And I got my Baggs pickup, which I've fallen in love with as well. So all in all, it's a pretty sweet combination, and I use it pretty much all the time now.
My faithful friend, are we gonna get through this thing?
There's the never-ending quest for the ultimate amplified acoustic guitar sound. It just seems to be this elusive thing where everyone wants their acoustic guitar to sound exactly like it doesn't have a pickup in it, but it does, because you need it, because you just do. You have to get it into the PA system or whatever. And I've tried every combination, and I'm constantly working, and I've tried this and I've tried that. And my guitar tech here in Nashville said, "Have you tried the Baggs Anthem?" And I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "You really should, it's pretty good." And he had a guitar with the Anthem in it. We plugged it into his little amp, and it sounded good, you know, but of course it wasn't my guitar, it wasn't my amp, so, you know, I had to take it with a grain of salt. And I said, "Well, you know what, let's give it a try. If you think it's that good, let's try it." So he put it in one of my other guitars, and I took it home and I A-B'd it, and I played it with my normal setup, and it really did sound good. So I actually went back then and retrofitted every one of my acoustics with the Anthem. And so far I've gotten nothing but great response. People always say to me, "Man, your acoustic guitar sounds great." And it's a combination of the instrument, and it's a combination of the pickup. Like in the never-ending quest for the ultimate acoustic sound, I think I'm on the right path. Who knows where it goes in the future, but right now it's working very well.
Feel like I'm pushing a rock uphill.
Well, about 2 years ago, I started working on something that I called Good Road to Follow. And Good Road to Follow is kind of a musical journey that I've decided to take, and it has to do with going back to my roots, and has to do with looking forward into the future. And I wanted to collaborate with people I really liked and thought were really interesting. I wanted to write with them, I wanted to produce records with them, and so I thought maybe we would do a series of digital singles, and that's how it started. It was really great, and a lot of people on social media said, "Where's the album?" So what I did was assembled those digital singles into an album. So Good Road to Follow has been out for a while now. It's a 3-disc set of EPs and 15 songs. And from there, I really wanted to get it out to a broader audience, and I thought the best way to do that would be television. So I decided to make a DVD based on the music of Good Road to Follow, and the DVD is called Another Good Road. So it was a chance for me to really kind of express myself on television and show people where I'm at right now, and also in a way look back to where I came from too musically. All my acoustic guitar playing on the Good Road to Follow album was done with another guitar, not this guitar, but with the Baggs Anthem in it. Now, I had just gotten the Anthem when I started the recording project, so I was really anxious. I knew it sounded good live, but I really wanted to test it out in the studio. One of the things I like to do when I'm recording tracks is I want to be able to sing and play at the same time. So of course, when you're recording an acoustic guitar with a microphone, if you're singing, the microphone is going to pick up your voice, and it's going to it basically negates the ability to use that acoustic guitar track. So I said, well, let's try the Anthem direct. Let's just plug it in. That way I can sing. You'll get your acoustic guitar track, and it'll be discrete from my vocal, and see what happens. Well, they were blown away with the sound of the direct signal from the Anthem. And we actually A-B'd it after the session with a microphone. I said, okay, let's mic it, let's have the direct signal, and let's see what the difference is.
Only comes out at night.
There is literally no difference between the direct signal I got out of the Baggs and anything I could have gotten with a microphone. So I was thrilled. So I did all my sessions that way. I was singing live, playing live, kept most of my live guitar tracks and most of my live vocals. So really, it's been a great asset to be able to get what I want and in a recording session, and really not sacrifice any quality, really.
Getting for free, you know the woman is wild, whether she got tame, the purr of a jaguar.
I was getting a very good sound out of the Anthem pickup on its own, but when you go and play different shows, especially when you do the singer-songwriter thing, where you're just showing up with your guitar, you don't know who's mixing you, you don't know what type of monitors you're going to have, you don't know what the sound of the room is going to be like. You're kind of at the mercy of the sound man, and you're kind of at the mercy of what you're getting out of the monitors. So, you know, as a performer, what you try to do is you try to mitigate, and you try to make sure that all those variables that can be negative, you take those out of the equation. And the way to do that for me is to know exactly what I've got and what I'm sending to the front of the house is exactly what I want to send to the front of the house. So when I added the venue into the equation, I could control my levels, my EQ. The boost switch is great when I want to take solos. And when I was getting feedback from the monitors, I could notch out various frequencies, and I love that feature, that I can really fine tune and find that exact frequency that I want to notch out. And so by time, I spend a few minutes, really, not very long at all, creating my own sound, which then I'm confident that what's going out to the people and what's going through the PA is exactly what I want to have happen. And the venue has given me that ability. 2015 is touring, 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 and touring, and more touring. I'm going to go out and promote the new DVD, Another Good Road. Then I go on the road with Daryl, and actually I just found out we're playing the White House, so that's going to be kind of cool. That's another notch on the belt, never did that. Summer touring, solo shows, it never really stops. I like to be on the road. I think it keeps your edge as a player. I think it gives you a facility that you don't get if you don't play live. There's something about it. And in fact, I love actually being on the road and then going in the recording studio, because I feel like when I do that, I'm at the top of my game in terms of my ability to play.
Comes out at night, that's right. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater, she's gonna cheer you up. Here she comes. Woman is wild, woman